After the reaction that you guys had on our previous video on cryptocurrencies, how to trade cryptocurrencies, how to get started with cryptocurrencies, and different ways to basically get free cryptocurrencies from the market, we saw a lot of reaction that we thought about bringing you back another video, but this time we are going more in detail on different ways to trade your cryptocurrencies, what you need to understand about Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is, and we're also going to be giving you one cryptocurrency that we think is going to be going crazy high in the next few years or months, basically based on the tokenomics that we're going to be talking about these cryptocurrencies, right? So basically just the news around these cryptocurrencies, what it is about, and so forth, right? And then we're also going to be talking about the different types of trading, but this time in detail, and actually show you how it goes with the different platforms that you can make use of for you to trade some cryptocurrencies, right? So that is what we have for you in this video. So without wasting much of your time, let's get straight into it. Make sure that you stay tuned and watch all the way to the end. So welcome back to Day and Night Forex, and on this channel we share information that will help you trade the forex market, the cryptocurrency market, any market for that matter, in a profitable way, right? So remember, anybody can teach you forex, but here at Day and Night we teach you how to win, right? So what exactly is Bitcoin? So Bitcoin is one of the biggest, it's actually the biggest cryptocurrency, and the one that was formed the first, right? So it is the father of all cryptocurrencies, which was formed around 2009 and basically went very much public around 2011, right? So Bitcoin came in to disrupt the industry, the financial industry, right? So the banking industry, to be more specific. Basically, Bitcoin came into the financial industry to introduce what is called peer-to-peer transactions, right? So this means there is no middleman between these transactions. It basically removes the need of banks. It basically removes the need of platforms like PayPal and all these other platforms that you use for you to send money from one person to another, right? So in a scenario whereby you want to send your money to a friend, you basically have to send it to the bank first, and then the bank will allocate that money to the person that you're trying to send this money to, right? But with Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, basically it's peer-to-peer, meaning that you basically get your transaction address. So you get your address where you need to send this cash to, and then this address, basically there is no middleman. When you send it to this address, it basically goes straight to that person, right? So it's just a matter of minutes or time basically before that money reflects on the other person's wallet, cryptocurrency wallet, right? Based on the address that they have given you, right? So when you create your cryptocurrency wallet, we use different platforms like blockchain, we use altcoin trader, we use Luno, Coinbase, and basically they will give you what we call an address, or your receiving address for that specific cryptocurrency, be it Bitcoin, be it Ethereum, or whatever. That address will be unique to that crypto that you want to receive. And some of these crypto exchanges and wallets, they'll actually tell you that you can only use some of these addresses only once, right? But in most cases you can actually reuse that address, and basically that is your address where you will be receiving your crypto, right, for that specific coin. So never use a Bitcoin address to receive Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin Gold or something like that is related to Bitcoin or other different cryptocurrencies, right? So if it's specifically for Bitcoin, make sure that you only use it to request Bitcoin, otherwise your crypto will be lost for good. If I can just read it right actually here from bitcoin.org, so this is the official website for Bitcoin. If you need any information about Bitcoin and actually want to understand what it is, you can come here at bitcoin.org and then you can read it all about it, right? So basically Bitcoin uses peer-to-peer technology to operate with no central authority or banks, right? So that is what Bitcoin came in to do, to disrupt the financial industry in this sense. Managing transactions and the issuing of Bitcoins is carried out collectively by the network. So Bitcoin is open source, meaning its design is public and nobody owns or controls Bitcoin, and everybody can take part of it, right? So basically with this new technology of the internet, is basically giving power to every individual, right? So if you own a bit of Bitcoin, you're basically the owner of the Bitcoin, right? So nobody owns it, but it's basically everybody who has it or is the owner, right? So if you own a bit of it, remember there's a capped supply of Bitcoin. So if you own a bit of that, that means you basically own Bitcoin. You are the owner of Bitcoin, right? So there's no central owner, like what we have with the bank, which can print money every now and then because they own the money, right? These big banks that we have, or the national banks that we have, right? So which print out the cash for the nation, they basically own the cash. But with cryptocurrencies, nobody owns the currency. It's basically everybody who has a bit of it, you are the owner of that cryptocurrency, basically giving power into the hands of the people, right? So through many of its unique properties, Bitcoin allows exciting uses that could never be covered by any previous payment system, right? So as we say, this is a centralized platform or way of managing money, where it goes directly to the person that you are sending it to without any middleman. middleman. What this helps us with is basically it provides fast peer-to-peer transaction, meaning that you don't have to wait for days, right? You don't have to wait for months or weeks or some 3 business days that the banks will ask you to wait for the person that you're sending cash to actually receive that money, right? So the money actually goes in instantly in most cases, or at least a couple hours before the person can receive, which is way faster compared to any payment method that you can think of today, right? So it also allows international payments worldwide, right? So basically it doesn't matter whether you are in South Africa trying to send money to somebody who's in the US, you don't have to pay all those crazy fees, right? So it's low transaction fees. So wherever the person is, it's like we're in one country, we are connected. It's basically like you are sending money from an FNB account here in South Africa to somebody with an FNB account in the USA or in Australia or wherever they are, right? So as long as they can have that wallet to receive, it's like basically you're in the same nation, though you are way apart. You are in different countries, but basically Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies allows to be connected as if you are in the same location, and that is just the beauty of cryptocurrencies that no other previous payment system has ever been able to achieve. So if you want to, you can actually come and read more about Bitcoin. How does Bitcoin work? So you can also come and read it on the introduction over here, and then just come to how Bitcoin works. Here they actually explain step by step how it works, right? So remember, as a user, you have to download a wallet and set up your wallet where you'll be receiving your cryptocurrencies or sending your cryptocurrencies from, right? So this can be done on your PC or on your mobile phone, right? So there are apps, and then there are also softwares, and there are also websites where you'll be making use of this. And then you have your balances, right? So these balances are recorded on what is called a blockchain, right? So a blockchain in general is basically a public database sort of, right? So this is where every transaction that has happened with those cryptocurrencies that you're trading will be recorded, right? So it just brings transparency out into the world for everybody to see what is going on with the money, right? What is going on with every bit of money that has happened, right? But still keeping it so private that you wouldn't actually know who has transacted this money, which makes it still safe for people to use, reduces any means of you being hacked or being followed by robbers or anything like that. So it's very much safe. With a cryptocurrency wallet, when you do your transaction, there's no fear of it being reversed by the bank because it's not allowed or anything like that. Once it's sent, right? There's no hacking, there's no fear of hacking. As we said, on the blockchain is recorded every transaction, but then it's anonymous, right? So we don't know who is sending it to who or where it is coming from. And also, as we said, it's peer-to-peer, so it's directly sent to that person there and there, right? So on the blockchain, all these transactions are recorded. And basically, what is a blockchain? If you can come here to blockchain.com/explorer, you basically can see all the transactions that are happening, right? When they are actually happening. As you can see, some are very small, some are in the millions or the thousands of dollars. So it's just every transaction that happens on the blockchain that has to do with Bitcoin, you come and be able to see it over here, right? So if you want to see your transaction, and it just give you all the details of the fees that has been paid for that transaction. So if you want to also maybe before you send your cryptocurrency, you want to see how much fees has been paid. So as you can see over here, if you click on any transaction, and basically just give you the summary, right, where the cryptocurrency is going, what wallet it is going, and so forth. And basically this is it will also give you the number of confirmations. So let's say you send it to a buyer or you send it to a seller, and you want to send them proof that your transaction has actually been approved, right? So you come in here and then you search your wallet, the wallet that you have sent it to, and then you can actually prove to them that your transaction has been approved over here, right? So right now it has not been confirmed, so it is still in the process, right? So you have to give it a couple minutes or less than an hour in most cases, and basically once it's approved, you see that the transaction will be confirmed. And that is one way to confirm that you have actually sent the cash to the person. You can actually send them a screenshot of this, and they'll be able to follow up on that transaction, right? So it just makes it easier for you to provide payment proof, even a screenshot or recording from your wallet where you send it from, and that will be enough proof that you have actually sent these people the cash, right? So all the information is recorded here on the blockchain, and is available for you to use at any time. on any of the pages on bitcoin.org, you can come to the white paper section over here. What the white paper would do actually explain exactly in detail how Bitcoin was created, what Bitcoin is, what it was created for, the purpose, how the use was supposed to be, and how it is going. You can compare to how it is going right now, right? So this was actually written by the developer of this cryptocurrency, right? So he developed it, but it doesn't mean that he actually owns it, right? There's no owner of this, as like what we said, right? So it was created by him, it was developed by him. Whether it's a him or it's a group of people, we don't really know, but they are under the name Satoshi Nakamoto, right? So this is the official release of that document, whereby they explain exactly how they created it and for what purpose, right? So you can actually come through and read through the whole document so that you understand what it is all about. But it's a bit too technical if you just come through and read what is going on over here. Some of these things are just too technical. You don't need to understand exactly what is going on, but you just need, it will help you to give you an overview of what exactly a Bitcoin is and what these cryptocurrencies are made for, right? So as you can see, the code, some of the codes are actually here. As you know, we say these codes are actually public, right? So for you to understand what exactly is happening with Bitcoin, and basically, yeah, this is the white paper which details everything down to detail. So if you're interested in that, you can come through, download it, and then read through it over there, right? So with that being said, now let's talk about crypto exchanges, right? So you cannot trade any cryptocurrency without exchanges, and some of the best local exchanges that we have in South Africa are basically the following that we're going to be talking about, right? So firstly, we're going to be talking about Altcoin Trader, then we're going to talk about Luno, and then we have VALR over here, right? So there are a few more exchanges, maybe not so public, but they're also local here in South Africa that you can find, but these are the best that we've been making use of, right, over the last long time, right? And they're very much reliable, right? So with these cryptocurrency exchanges, you basically can deposit your local currency and then exchange it for cryptocurrencies, right? So starting off with our favorite, which is Altcoin Trader. With Altcoin Trader over here, as you can see, we have different markets over here, right? So you can deposit your South African rand, and then you can be able to buy all these markets over here, right? All these different cryptocurrencies over here, from the famous Shiba Inu over here, right? So if you have your South African rand, you can come through and trade it for Shiba Inu, and basically you now have Shiba Inu, right? So basically the markets are a bit limited. The markets are a little bit limited. As you can see, we don't have all the cryptocurrencies that you may want to have, but what this opens the opportunity for you to do is that when you deposit your South African rands over here, and you see that the market that you want to buy or the cryptocurrency that you want to buy is not on this exchange over here, you can then go and sign up for a more public or one of these biggest exchanges out there, like for example Binance, like we explained in our last video when we spoke about Binance. So let's say now you have Bitcoin or you have Litecoin, like we said, we actually would recommend you to buy something like Litecoin or something like Doji for you to withdraw with less fees, right? So if you can just come there to the bottom and then right click on this and just open up the fees for you to actually explain this in more detail. Some cryptocurrencies have higher fees or for withdrawal than others, right? So it's always best to actually just go to your cryptocurrency exchange that you're using and then just go to the fees section and try to understand which one will be cheaper for you to withdraw, right? So as you can see right here, we have Bitcoin, and it will cost you this the amount of fees that you need for you to withdraw, right? So if you can just take this and then go back to the home page over here and then just select the Bitcoin market so that we can actually see how much are we paying when we pay that amount of fees, right? So that you can see which one will be the cheapest for you so that you don't waste money on fees, right? So if I come here to sell, or let's say actually you want to buy, right? You want to buy that amount of Bitcoin so that you can pay fees, right? So I'm going to put that amount over there. As you can see, it's actually just 33 Rand, right? Which is quite affordable, right? So as you can see, you can compare all these fees and then you decide on which one you want to pay, and then you can also decide which one is the best to send to the network that you want, right? So let's say you have that Bitcoin and now you want to buy cryptocurrency that is not on this exchange over here. You can now then go to a bigger platform like Binance, where pretty much almost any cryptocurrency that you can think of you can buy over here. So you can now then come here, set up your account, get verified first, and then once you're verified, you can then send in your cryptocurrency, right, to your wallet over here. So once you deposit your your Bitcoin to this platform, you can then trade it for any cryptocurrency that you can think of that is available on this market, right? So that will allow you to buy these cryptocurrencies that are not available on our local exchanges, right? So that is what this just simplifies the process of getting those cryptocurrencies, any cryptocurrency that you need, right? So as we said, you can come through and use Altcoin Trader, which is one of the best if you want to trade. Now with this platform over here, we're actually going to talk a little bit more about different types of trading, but here you can only do spot trading. So spot trading is basically what we're doing here, which is buying the actual cryptocurrency or the actual currency and then holding on to it, right? So you're not trading using leverage or margin. You're basically buying the actual cryptocurrency and you're holding on to it, which is what we call spot trading. So this platform will not allow you to do leverage trading, so that is the only downside to it, but basically it will allow you to get your hands onto the cryptocurrency that you want or need. The next on the list we have Luno over here, so which is another very much common cryptocurrency exchange here in South Africa. As you can see, once you sign in, you'll be able to see all these different markets that are over there. So there's not much to explain because it's simply the same as the Altcoin Trader, but then this one actually has a few, even much less cryptocurrencies available on their platform as compared to Altcoin Trader. As you can see, they only have these over here compared to all these markets that you have on Altcoin Trader over here, right? So making Altcoin Trader one of the best actually in South Africa because they offer more cryptocurrencies that you can trade. And then you can also just come through and then compare the fees before you even start making use of this platform, so that you understand which one is the best for you to make use of, right? Fees for cash deposit, they charge you 20 Rand and 5%, was compared to this one over here. If you are depositing is 0.5% and a maximum of 95 Rand, right? So what that means is that the maximum fees that you can expect to pay, no matter how much you put in, will be 95 Rand. You know, it will never be more than that. This is the cash deposit. You have the EFT, which is actually free over here. You can also just come through and then read about the level. So here with the verification, it is important for you to bypass the limits over here. So if you create an account right now on either of these two platforms, you can be able to withdraw, but then you have limits, right? So you have like at least 15,000 that you can withdraw maximum overall, which means that you cannot go beyond that without verifying your account, right? So verification is very simple. Just need to send in your ID and sometimes even proof of address, which can be your bank statement, right? So it's not something complicated. So the more fees over there. And then now we want to take a look at the sending fees as well as the receiving fees, right? So receiving on most cryptocurrencies is always free, right? They don't charge you a fee for receiving any cryptocurrencies, but then for sending, as you can see, some of them they're saying dynamic, so it just depends on what the time that you're sending it. And basically, you know, the gas fees usually fluctuates depending on the transactions that are in queue, right? So if you're offering more transaction fees compared to the transactions that are already there, usually your transaction will be processed much quicker than the ones that are offering less cryptocurrency in payment for fees. So that's something that you should keep in mind. And then over here, they actually give you in detail exactly how much you pay, which is great, right? So, but if you want to go and see exactly how much you pay, you have to sign up for an account and then log in, and then you'll be able to see exactly the amount that you'll be paying. And then last but not least, we have VALR over here, which is another great platform that you can find here in South Africa, which you can also make use of with your South African rand to get to pay for cryptocurrencies. So again, here you can do buying and selling, and you can also explore the exchange where basically you have the order book, which is something that we're going to explain a little bit later in this market. But basically an order book is what you are seeing over here at the bottom here, right? So this is what we have. We have the sell orders, and then we have the buy offers, right? So basically this is what we call our order books, where we have the sellers and the buyers, and we basically can see who is buying, or not exactly who, but we can see the orders that are available for us to place our buy orders or our sell orders, and basically that is just fulfilling the orders that are already on the market. Okay, now that we have spoken a little bit on exchanges, if you want more details, you can just if you have any questions, you can just leave a comment down below and we will help you answer those questions. But this is the general need that you need to understand about these cryptocurrencies or these exchanges. There's not much that you need to know. Basically, it's very simple and very straightforward for you to make use of them. So if you got any questions, you can always leave a comment down below and we try our best to answer your questions. Now, if you want to take your storage of cryptocurrencies cryptocurrency even to a level higher in terms of security, because these platforms, anytime they can go down, and basically you won't be able to have access to your cryptocurrencies, right? So there is something like these offline wallets that are called general ledgers, right? So this you can find on ledger.com, or you can also scan this code that we're going to put on this screen for you to come to this website over here, right? So you can actually purchase an offline wallet, which is sort of a USB, as you can see over here. So what this happens, you actually plug this in to your wallet, you plug this into your computer or your smartphone, and then it will open up an app which allows you to transfer your cryptocurrencies from your digital wallet to basically an offline wallet, right? So you can actually lock in your cryptocurrencies in this USB type of wallets, and then you can walk around with them, you can keep them safe, and basically only you will be able to access those, and hackers cannot access this unless it's connected to a PC, right? So this actually takes it a step further in terms of keeping your cryptocurrencies safe away from the hackers, and also in case that these platforms actually go down anytime. Like there was time that Coinbase just decided to delist the cryptocurrency Shiba Inu without any notice to the holders or the users of the platform, and basically that means that you weren't able to actually withdraw your Shiba Inu, and it was just stuck on the platform for good, right? So in such cases, such cryptocurrency wallets can be a life-saving thing, a life-saving method for you to keep your currency safe, because you're not relying on the cryptocurrency exchange to always be online, or you're not relying on these platforms to actually keep your money safe. You're actually keeping it safe or yourself on what we call a cold storage, right? So a cold storage is just referring to offline, and basically it's offline, right? So it's really just offline. It's only online when you actually plug it into your PC and then open up the app that allows you to do the transactions from transferring from the ledger to your wallet, or from the wallet to your ledger, to keep your cryptocurrency safe. So this is something that you can come through and explore on this website, and then be able to see which one you can get for yourself, and they're quite cheap actually. So that is something that is really important when it comes to keeping your cryptocurrency safe, right? So whilst we're still speaking about cryptocurrencies safety and security and safety, it is very important that you always double check on the address that you're sending your cryptocurrencies to, right? So if you do any type or any mistake in that address, basically once it's gone, right? So if you're sending this money to someone else because you have because one letter is wrong or it's incorrect, basically it will go somewhere else, and there's no way to recover it, right? Because there's no middleman, there's no bank that you can call and say, oh, I sent my money to a wrong person, can you reverse it, or anything like that. There's no such thing, right? So once that money is gone, it's gone. So that's a bit of a downside to peer-to-peer money exchange, but basically without any middleman, you have more control of your money. You just need to be careful on when you are doing your transactions, right? Because once a transaction is done, there's no reversal whatsoever, right? So you need to be very cautious on that, right? So, and also most platforms will also include what is called a two-factor authentication, right? So if I try to log in over here and just pass through this challenge over here, you'll see that it will refresh and then ask me to input a code, right, from the authentication app, right? So this is another step of security that you need to make sure that if your platform offers it, then make sure that you make use of it, because this will keep your cryptocurrency safe, right? So in case your password gets stolen and username gets stolen, those people will still need this second layer of security for them to access your account, right? So the 2FA code, which can be used, which you'll be able to set up using the Google authentication app, and some of this platform will allow you to make use of your email address or your phone number to receive these extra codes, so that every time you try to log in, this code is requested, and then once you get it, you put it in, you verify, and then you'll be able to log in, right? So that is something that is extremely important when it comes to making sure that your platform is safe, your cryptocurrencies are safe, right? So now we are done talking about the cryptocurrencies. Whilst we're still on the topic, we promised to share with you one of the cryptocurrencies that we think is the best to buy right now, and that cryptocurrency is called Loopring, right? So what makes a cryptocurrency good enough to buy? It just depends on the tokenomics, right? So what we mean by that is just the data surrounding this, the cryptocurrencies. What is its mission? What it is doing? What are people's reaction to this cryptocurrencies, and what it is bringing onto the market, right? So there's just different things that surround that cryptocurrencies that give it value and make it a worthwhile in terms of investing into it. So those are the type of things that you'll be looking at. And for us, we found Loopring to be one of the best right now, looking at the price that it is at and the price that it is projected to be in the next next couple of years. So by end of 2022, in this year, they're projecting it to reach at least $4 for a coin, which is roughly about more than 4 times the price it is at right now, right? So if you want to read more about this, you can actually come on to loopring.org, and then you can just read through what is their mission, what are they doing, and basically this is something that you may consider investing in. But again, this is not investing advice. We're just giving you some details and some guides for you to make your own decisions, right? So once you read through it and you see whether it's something that you're actually interested in, you think it might also go up in value as to what we are saying, all the information that we're giving you, then you can also come through and buy it, right? So it is something that is actually heavily trading right now. As you can see, if you can just look at some of these stats over here, the return on investment at the moment is about 1,399, almost 1,400, which is roughly 14 times the return on investment, right? If you had bought this just at the launch, right? So as you can see over here, all-time high is $3.83. So it actually has reached those levels before, and right now it has decreased, right? So all-time low is 1 cent, right? Almost 2 cents over here. And so if you had bought it at this and then holding it right now, that means your value would have been 14 times the value at the moment, right? So this is the lowest that it went, and at the moment it's trading at about 75 cents, right? So if you can just go back to just 3 cents, $3 once again, that is a lot of return on investment, you know, about 3 times your return on investment, which is crazy, right? So these are the things that you can come through and consider when it comes to looking at the cryptocurrency that you want to invest in, right? So these are the things that we're looking at, and we're also looking at the trading volume. We're also looking at the market cap, which is actually quite small compared to you know, the uses that this coin is going to have. If you can just jump into some of these things, they're actually promising to be powering the GameStop NFT marketplace, which is going to be a big project, right? So that means, you know, this NFTs, as you can see, some of these NFTs have been going crazy high in value, and basically if it's going to be powering such projects, you know, maybe one NFT can cost a couple millions. There can be a bunch of those NFTs released, and that means there'll be increased value for this cryptocurrency. There'll be increased demand for it, for people to get their hands on these NFTs that'll be on this marketplace, right? So that just creates instant demand for these cryptocurrencies, giving it much higher value because the demand will have increased. And generally, this cryptocurrency is actually right now heavily trading on different crypto markets. If you can just come to this section and go to the market section, you can see that there's a lot of exchanges that have adopted these cryptocurrencies, and it's basically just booming, right? So there's a lot that is going on, and they actually have their own exchange as well, which is called the Loopring exchange. So you can actually go check that out if you're interested in that. But basically, yeah, this is Loopring is something that we think you can go through and take a look at if you're interested in buying cryptocurrencies right now and holding on to it for some future value increase. So if you're interested in that, it's an investment opportunity, but as we said, do your own research on it before jumping onto it, because this is not investment advice. We're just giving you information that you can make use of to make your own shots, right? To call your own shots on this investment types. So yeah, loopring.org, that is the official website. You can come through, read about it, and then if you make a decision to purchase it, if you see the potential in it, this is the opportunity for you to get into it. As you can see, the price is quite low at the moment, which allows you to buy a ton of it, you know, for very few dollars, right? So it's under $1, which means for every $1 you can actually have one of this a full cryptocurrency, a full Loopring cryptocurrency, which is a big thing. And the potential, as we said, it can actually go back to about $4 is projected by this team in this year of 2022, and then in 2023 they're expecting it to reach $5, and then 2024 they're seeing it going all the way to $25 for one cryptocurrency, right? For one Loopring coin, which is a great massive growth that you can jump into it right now, right? So for you to be able to buy these cryptocurrencies, remember what we said, you can deposit your cash here on Altcoin Trader or on Luno or VALR, and then once you have that, you can withdraw either in Bitcoin or USD Tether, and then you come to CoinMarketCap, and then you find which market is actually offering this cryptocurrency that you want to buy, right? So if you can just just go back to the previous page over here, you'll be able to see all the exchanges that are offering this cryptocurrency, right? So you can then choose any of them, like some of the famous ones like Binance over here, where you can trade it for either Bitcoin, or you can trade it for USD Tether, or you can trade it for Binance USD. So let's say in the case that you bought, so you buy your Bitcoin or here on Altcoin Trader, then you send it to Binance Coin, and then once you get to Binance, you're then gonna look for LRC trading on the pairs that are trading, right? So you can just search it up for over here, and then you can then search for that. So let's say you come over here and then you type LRC, and then basically you can click on any of these markets. That if you have Bitcoin, that means you can click on Bitcoin, and then you'll be able to buy, right? So just remember, when you come to this, you're going to go to either to markets, or when you come to trade, you're going to go to spot trading, which will allow you to hold on to these cryptocurrencies and not margin, right? So you actually want to buy it and then hold on to it until the value has increased, right? So that is what you call spot trading, or just coming to the market and then actually buying it at the price, at the market price, right? Not betting on the price to go up or down, because in that case you're not actually buying the cryptocurrency, you're just betting on the price. So that's the information that we have for you if you want to get onto this opportunity of Loopring, which we think is gonna go high in the next coming few months, right? Okay, so now that you understand what exactly is cryptocurrencies, what are the cold storages, different ways to keep your currencies secure and so forth, let's talk about trading cryptocurrency. How exactly do you trade these cryptocurrencies, right? So with the normal forex trading, we fund our accounts with US dollars and then we trade, right? But in this case, you're going to be funding your accounts with either Bitcoin, USD Tether, and different types of cryptocurrencies that you can fund your account with, and then actually trade those markets, right? So as you can see right here, for example, we can actually trade Bitcoin against USD dollars with maybe holding our base currency over here, which will be Bitcoin. So we can trade using Bitcoin as our base currency over here. This will be our quote currency, right? So the quote currency is just telling you how much of this do you need to buy one of these, right? So as you can see, that will be 39,000 USD Tether, which is equal to 39,000 US dollars, because this is what we call one of our stable coins, right? So basically stable coins, as we explained in the previous videos, are coins that mimic the value of the USD dollar to the US dollars. These stable coins can actually come in different variants. It can be a stable coin that is mimicking the South African rand. For example, as you can see right here on our Altcoin Trader, we have what we call XZAR, an altcoin, which is a coin that is representing South African rand. So it's exactly the same value of South African rand, and is 1:1 for that. So it's basically it's a stable coin for the South African rand, and that is exactly what these stable coins are for the USD. For the United States dollar, you can get one for the euros and whatever currency that is out there, you can get a stable coin for that market. That is what our stable coins are for. So it is important that you actually choose to trade a market that is a stable coin, because it's easier for you to understand, right? So if you were to trade, let's say if you can just open up a new let's say we go to the LR to the Loopring with Bitcoin over there. The value now when you're trading this, for you to understand, for you to exchange this in your head, to actually understand what is going on, is going to be hard, right? So it's going to be telling you, okay, for you to buy one Loopring with Bitcoin, you're going to need this amount of Bitcoin, right? So which is 0.001926, and that is the value or the amount that you're going to be working with, which can be quite confusing for you to exchange it into your head, that it's okay, that amount is actually just 74 cents or 75 cents. So it's always best that you make use of stable coins, so that you know exactly how much you're trading for that Bitcoin, right? So, or for that any cryptocurrency that you're trading, right? So stable coins, they are very useful in that sense, that it actually allows you to understand what you're trading. When it comes to trading cryptocurrency, you need to make use of the pro platforms out there, right? So the platforms that actually allow you to go into detail and not just give you the basics, the basic use like what you see here on Altcoin Trader. It basically just gives you the basics, right? Where you just buy and sell, or you can even just come through and then exchange on some of this cryptocurrency, where they have the conversion or the swaps setups where you simply just enter the market and then you swap your cryptocurrency, which is like the basics for beginners, right? But you, as an experienced cryptocurrency trader, or as an aspiring cryptocurrency trader, you actually want to know what is going on the back end, right? So you want to see what is going on in the order books, you want to see what is happening with the actual market, right? So this is why we say you need to find the best platforms. Right now, the best platform that we have for you, or in this video that we recommend, are basically Binance, FTX, Bybit, Evolve Markets, and FX. In this video specifically, we're going to be showing you Binance as well as Evolve Markets, right? So in the previous video that we did, we actually showed you the more of Binance. So right now in this video, we're just going to be showing you using Evolve Markets, because it's a different setup, but it's basically the same thing, right? You basically just getting the same idea. Everything is basically the same, right? Is how you do it on Bitcoin, on Binance, is basically the same how you've been doing it on another platform like Evolve Markets over here. When you come here to Binance, since it offers different types of markets, you can come to trade over here, and then you can go to spot trading. Remember what we said about spot trading? You are actually buying the cryptocurrency and holding onto it. And then when it comes to margin trading, this is where you're trading with leverage. You're not holding onto the cryptocurrency, you're just buying it and betting on the price to either go up or down, and you profit on the differences. That is what is happening over there. But when you come here, they only offer on Evolve Markets, they only offer leverage trading, right? So the leverage over here is a maximum of 500. So 1:500, that is your maximum leverage, and you can basically make use of different account types over here. So if you go to accounts, you can actually open different accounts. So with this platform over here, you can make use of your currency to be either in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Litecoin, or Solana over here, right? And you can also easily convert to either one of these using any of these buttons over here, or you can also buy using your credit card. You can deposit, you can withdraw, or you can transfer, right? This means instead of your account having your currency as US dollar or South African rand, you're going to be seeing Bitcoin, right? So it's going to be a bit confusing, but that's why we said it's always best to go with the stable coins, so that you know, okay, this is the amount that I have, or otherwise your balance sheet is going to be looking something like this, right, with the Litecoin. So when you enter your trade, you're going to be seeing something like this, which is going to be a bit more confusing, right? So always try to stick to USD Tether or other different stable coins that are offered on the platform that you're making use of, so that you can simplify your trading, right? So remember what we said: Binance, FTX, Bybit, Evolve Markets, FX. Those are the different platforms that you can make use of if you want to trade with cryptocurrencies as your base currencies, so that whatever you earn, your profits, you are actually earning them in Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever cryptocurrency that you are trading, right? Increasing your Bitcoins, and the value will depend whether the Bitcoin is going up or is going down, but basically that is what is happening, right? So again, I'm just going to reiterate on the two options that we have here. You have the spot trading, which is to buy the cryptocurrency that you want to trade and then hold it to sell it at a future price. Which is when the price has gone up, or even if it has gone down, you still can choose to sell your cryptocurrencies, right? And then we have the second type, which is the trading with a margin, or which is also referred to as futures. And this is when you're betting the price that will actually go up or down, right? So this is when we are buying with a leverage over here, and we're placing our buy or sell trades, which is buy, we are referring to going on the long positions, and long positions just means you are anticipating that the price will actually go up, and then sell or short, you're anticipating that the price will go down, right? So that is our second type of trading. So it's up to you to choose which you want to do. Futures trading or trading with margin or leverage is basically the best type of trading if you are a day trader, because it will allow you to trade in the market every now and then without having to hold on to those cryptocurrency, and it actually allows you to get more profits compared to spot trading. Because if you buy Bitcoin right now for $1,000 and you want to sell it in the next hour or so, it may only have gained maybe 2 cents or 3 cents on this price change, as compared to when you're using leverage. If the market has moved in maybe 10 pips or by $10, that means based on your leverage and your trade positions, you could have made $100 or $10, depending on the move, the leverage that you're using, and the lot size that you've used when entering that market, right? So leverage trading, margin trading is best if you're day trading. You want want to be in and out of the markets. And then if you want to do spot trading, you want to hold it for a couple months or a couple years, that is the best option for you over there, right? So now let's talk about the importance of stop loss and TP. These are only applicable if you're using the futures or you're using the leverage trading. And basically this allows you to place a stop loss whereby you say, okay, I'm anticipating that the market will go up, right? I'm anticipating that the market will go up from this level. But then if it carries on and breaks through this support level that we have over here, it basically means that the trend that I was anticipating is no longer valid, and I want to be taken out of the market, right? So this is when you activate your stop loss orders. So this is exactly the same. It doesn't matter which platform you are using, you just have to activate the stop loss to place a trade on these markets, right? So if you're using that, you just have to activate it, and then you set your stop loss, or you take profit prices, and then they'll be marked on the charts, right? So your stop loss will take you out if the market goes against you. You take profit, will take you out if you in profits, but basically it will take you out at a level where you set to say, okay, I'm anticipating the market to reach this level, and then maybe when it reaches that level, you think that it might actually drop again. As you can see in this level over here, the market has been coming, reaching it, and then turning around, reaching that level and turning around. So that can be your take profit target. And then your stop loss could be this level over here, where you're saying, okay, the market has been turning around at this level, but if in the case that it actually breaks through this level over here and goes to the downside, I want to be out, because I think the market will actually keep on falling and continue to the downside, which can end up leading to your account being blown, right? So that is the purpose of the stop loss and the purpose of take profit. Now, while we're still talking about this, let's talk about the different types of orders that we have, right? So we have 3 different types of orders. We have the market order, which is basically you can buy exactly as to the market that you're seeing over here, right? So these are the markets. You can trade exactly what you're seeing on the spot, right? So if I click on this, I can buy Bitcoin at this price and fill in the orders, and basically instantly the market, the Bitcoin is credited onto my account, because that is the market price. That is the price that the market is at, or at the moment right now. But on top of that, we have 2 more trading order types, which we have what we call the limit orders, and then we have what we call the conditional or the stop orders, right? So starting off with the limit orders. So to explain the limit orders, you have the buy limit and you have the sell limit. For in the instance of a buy limit, you place it below the current price market, right? So you want to buy at a cheaper price of the cryptocurrencies, and then if you want to sell with the sell limit, you are looking to sell your cryptocurrencies at a higher price. So you are setting your price above the current market price. So your sell limit will be somewhere above the current price, and then when the price comes to this level, it will be triggered, and then you will get into a sell position. And if the market goes in your direction, basically you'll be able to get the best positions, right? So what are the advantages of using these orders? Basically, in this case, as you can see over here, we can anticipate that the market will come back at this level over here, the level of resistance, which has been resisting it from going to the upside. So if the market comes back to resist this level, it can actually trigger us to go into a sell position using a sell limit, right? Instead of us selling at this point, saying that okay, the market might come back all the way down here, so we want to get an early entry in this market, but the market has already moved, right? So the chances of it going back here before moving down may be there, and based on your analysis, you may see that the chances are there. So if you see that the chances are there, you can set your limit order here for a sell, and then once it's triggered, it'll pull you down with it over here, so increasing your profit margins instead of you entering at this cheap price over here when you're selling, right? So you want to sell at an expensive price and then buy at a lower price, right? So in the same manner, if you were looking to buy this cryptocurrency, maybe the market was over here, but you were looking to buy at this level over here, you could have waited for the market to come back and pull back over here. So instead of you waiting for the market and just looking at the charts, you can actually sell that buy limit order over here at this level, and then once the market comes back to hit that buy limit, it will trigger you into a trade and then go up with you all the way up into profits. So these are the uses of the limit orders. It basically allows you to get the best price, to get into the market at the best prices that you're anticipating that the market will come back to reach these levels, and then basically trigger you into the trade. Now, oppositely to that, we have what we call conditional or stop orders. So with the stop orders, it's actually different, right? So the buy with the stop orders, they'll go in the direction where the market is going, right? So if we are looking to sell at this level over here. We want to sell at this level and then continue down. So we're anticipating that the market, when it comes to let's say it comes to reach this level over here, we're anticipating that if the market breaks this level over here, we need to actually continue. So we're going to sell, we want to sell at this level so that we can continue with the market going to the downside. So that is exactly what you'll be doing over there with the stop orders. So if you're anticipating that the market will come through and continue going to the upside from this level over here, maybe there's a level of resistance to the upside, you can set your buy stop order over here. So if the market comes through and hit your buy stop, it will trigger you into a buy trade and continue with you to the upside, right? So these are the different types of orders that we have. Remember, the market trade, the market order, you're buying with the price that the market is offering you at the moment. The limits, you're buying at either the cheaper price, you're waiting for the market to drop to a cheaper price before you buy, or you're waiting for the market to go to a more expensive price before you sell, so that you can make the most profit, right? And then we have the last but not least, we have the stop orders. And basically with the stop orders, you are continuing with the direction of the market, but you're just entering at a later stage. Maybe you're entering your sell order at the break of a support level so that you can continue with the market, or you're entering your buy at the break of a resistance. So basically this is ideal for breakout trading style, basically when you're scalping or something like that. One of the trading styles is basically called the breakouts, right? So if you're doing the breakouts, you can basically make use of this stop orders so that you can continue with the markets on the breakouts of those levels, right? So these different types of orders, they are ideal for different type of situations. If you're scalping, for example, you would want to make use of limiting orders, because, you know, for example, you have a trend line over here. Let's say, for example, you have a trend line over here and you want to buy when the market comes back for another test over there, and the market is, you know, maybe it's still at the high point over there. Then you can basically set your orders, your limit orders, to be triggered at the position where you think the market is going to come back to retest, and that will allow you to be triggered into the trade and then go with with your buy trade over there at a cheaper price, instead of you going in the market here and then the market comes back into the lower position and then only give you this bit of profits over here, instead of you basically you reduce your drawdown, which allows you to even risk even less on your account, right? So if you enter a trade over here, you would be risking maybe 10% of your account with this drawdown, but if you enter your trade over here, you'll be risking a drawdown of maybe just 1%, because it didn't have much drawdown before it moved in the direction of that you're anticipating, right? So different order types for different marketing, for different market orders. So the market order positions, we only recommend you to make use of that when you see maybe you analyzing and you see that the market is at the correct time that you actually want to enter. Maybe you draw your resistance and you see, okay, the market is actually, it just broken and it's retesting this level over here. Let me get into the market at the market price, and then you enter your trade, you go, or maybe you're doing your spot trading, basically the market price you want to buy right now the cryptocurrencies and hold it at the price that you're seeing it. The market price will be, will come into play. Now, if you're a forex trader, you already know that we also have fundamentals that can influence our trading, and the same also applies to cryptocurrency markets, right? So you can make use of platforms such as CoinMarketCap. You can use of crypto which is by investing.com. These different platforms will allow you, or you can also go on Twitter and follow different platforms that will be showing you, or that will be releasing news that have to do with cryptocurrencies. Even people like Elon Musk, when they buy cryptocurrencies, different cryptocurrencies, release some news on some different cryptocurrencies, and then that will affect their prices. All those type of things you can also make use of when it comes to your trading with cryptocurrencies. When you see that people are buying this cryptocurrency, you can also just take a look at it. What is happening? Is there an opportunity for you to buy? And that is what we call the fundamentals when it comes to trading cryptocurrency. So there's another one way that you could be trading. Remember, we said you can be doing some form of scalping trading, which is basically analyzing the market using these different technical analysis types. The trend lines, we have the support and resistance, we have chart patterns, we have candlestick patterns. Like right here, you have your engulfing candle, which will tell you that the market is actually bullish. Right now, you have your bearish engulfing, you have bullish engulfing, the different types of trading. I mean, there's a lot of videos on this channel that are publicly made available to you for free, so you can just go through and understand the different types of trading styles that you can actually come through and apply to that. So the trend lines, the support resistance, the breakout methods, the M and W formations. There are plenty of ways to understand where the market could be going next, just through technical analysis as well as fundamental analysis. So you just need to decide on what type of a trader are you. Are you a technical analysis trader? Are you a fundamental trader? And then focus on that, and then you'll be able to build up on that skill and basically make your trading decisions based on those different factors and make a living out of that, right? So it's all about building the skill, applying it to the markets repeatedly, right? You don't need a 100% winning strategy. You just need to be able to get in the markets and take more money than you are giving away the money in the markets, right? So your winners have to be more than your losses, and you always be on the positive side of the market, right? You don't need a 100% winning strategy. You just need to make sure that your winners are always more than your losses. So always remember, when you open a trade, cut your losses short, let your winners run long. So that's basically everything that we had for you for this video. We shared with you different ways to trade the markets. We spoke about what Bitcoin is, the advantages of it. Remember, we spoke about Loopring, which is a cryptocurrency that we're seeing some potential to invest in if you're interested in buying to hold your cryptocurrencies. And we talk about the different platforms that you can make use of if you want to trade cryptocurrencies right now, crypto markets. So that is all that we had for you for this video. If you got any questions, don't hesitate to leave that comment down below, because we always attend to all our comments and try our best to answer your questions in the comment section. So make sure use of that so that you get your questions answered. With that being said, we'll be seeing you on the next one.